here we have our latest product, which is IPLEX NX, and this is used predominantly by MROs and within the aerospace industry for inspecting inside gas turbines. So if you think of a gas turbine or a jet engine, which there's lots of different companies here which either make those or use those or repair those, generally after a period of time lots of different parts need replacing or mending. It costs a lot of money to take these things apart, so what happens is under the terms of the maintenance manual, periodic inspections are required to look inside the engine and actually see do we need to take this apart. An example of this could be something like a blade within the engine itself, or a stator, or a nozzle guide vane. Could be something like a combustion chamber, which we have here, so something slightly larger. Obviously on some of the bigger gas turbines these are much bigger. And you would generally initially go inside these to have a look to see if you can see any defects. This could be cracks, loss of material, etc. And then from this point you can make a decision, carry out a measurement, and then decide whether you need to physically take this apart and carry out any further maintenance. Obviously it's much cheaper to use a Videoscope to do this than it would be to take an engine off of the wing of a plane. If I come back to the live image here, you can see on the screen we have the image that you would see through the Videoscope itself. You can, in this particular scope we have at the moment, it's 6mm in diameter and around 3.5 meters in length. So this is very common for most MRO applications. We go a lot longer and we go a lot shorter, and we have very small scopes from 2.4mm all the way up to 8.4mm for larger applications basically. So really this scope that we have here is generally designed in this configuration to initially check to see if we have any damage inside somewhere. And if for example we're looking and we see for example a crack in this blade, we could then potentially measure this, work out how big that is, check it with the maintenance manual to see if that is within specification or within tolerances, and then you can make a decision of whether you can continue running the aircraft for a certain period of time, a few hours, or do you need to replace that part. It just makes it much more accessible and quicker to do that than the historic way of removing the engine from the wing, sending it somewhere, and then finally spending a lot of money in doing it. So that is generally how we go.